Here's another criticism of some colleagues. So many anti-woke voices that sounded reasonable 2 years ago are all of a sudden on the re-Christianizing is the only solution train. Yeah, I've seen that too.
Yeah,
Don't
I've
like
seen
don't
that.
like it.
I've seen that a lot. I don't buy that personally,
Mhm.
and I just want to unpack that question as I understand it. I think that the idea is if you don't have the old religions, then people are going to go to crazy town with some new religion.
Yeah.
And if we pretty much did a number on Christianity, whatever you have to say about the new atheists, they didn't put the final nail in the coffin, but they did a number on it. And instead of people becoming more reasonable and more rational and more sane and flourishing and making their communities better, they went to derangement land. And they went to make believe land with some pretty harmful and divisive beliefs. And the idea is that we then need to bring back Christianity, because if we don't have Christianity as an anchoring mechanism, then people are just going to believe just total craziness. I don't buy that. Socrates argues that in The Myth of the Metals in the Republic, the idea that different leaders have different kinds of gold or something flowing in their veins, or that we should lie to people. I don't buy that. I'm not entirely unsympathetic to that, because I have seen how corrosive this is. But I think that truth is always the way, and I think that you need to have more hope that people can be rational and sane. And it does require work, but it also, along with that, requires patience. So no, I'm not buying the re-Christianizing idea.
I'm very glad. Yeah, I don't like the idea too, and I've said this on this show and other shows many times. I feel like some of us who have gone over to the anti-woke movement and the anti-woke space, in an effort for us to be accepted and platformed on certain conferences, we kind of play this. Some people have kind of played this Judeo-Christian game to kind of sound nice and acceptable and palatable in order to get platformed.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing. Milo Yiannopoulos evidently now professes or claims to be, alleges to be Christian and not gay anymore. I find that to be beyond hard to believe. But you can still pick out the values within a religious system that you like without having the metaphysics.
Yeah.
That doesn't necessarily make you a Christian or not Christian. That's kind of trans religionism. I think would be a weird way to think about that. But there are people who are Christians who do not believe in the historicity of Jesus. So you can have the values, and it could be argued that those values either predated Christianity or are rationally derivable. So it doesn't mean you have to throw out the whole thing, but the whole idea of re-Christianizing, I think, is what's at issue.